Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Abby and I'm back with another video. Have you ever felt like the small things you had to do weren't going to make a difference? Have you ever felt like the movement would take more effort than the result it would produce? Today we're going to be talking about the power of movement and how any small movement can produce grand progress. And so if that's something that you're interested in, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. Movement is better than doing nothing. It's better you do something than nothing at all. It's better you take one micro action than stay still where you are. Now, sometimes when you're in the moment of feeling drained or not having the energy to do what you normally would do, that feels way bigger than it actually is. A lot of times we can't fully see the effect of our actions. You've got to be the one to remind yourself that the small things you do have big effects. And so when you're in those moments, give yourself that pep talk of like, okay, I just have to do one small thing. I just have to put one foot down. And then I'm going to take another step, and then I'm going to take another step. Whatever that micro action is for you, that is all that you have to do. And that is going to lead you to bigger steps. That's going to give you the energy and the momentum that you need to get bigger tasks done. It isn't helpful to look at all the things you have to do and get overwhelmed. Sometimes I do that. I will look at a to-do list and see everything I need to get done for the week or even the month, and I will get so overwhelmed because I'm being bombarded with all this information and all this expectation that's been put on me. But the more we do that, the more we actually put that anxiety on our backs, and it's heavy to carry when we're carrying the load of a week or a month or a busy day even. And so don't look at what's coming. Don't look at your upcoming schedule or what's to come as an entirety. Look at it and break it down into micro steps or into days. Today, the most important thing that I have to do is cross 3 things off of my to-do list. Break things down into small, manageable steps that you can actually accomplish within your day. And you know what you're capable of. You know what's manageable. If you have to start low and lowball yourself, as in, put your expectations a little lower and make your load a little bit lighter, then do that. Because you know what's going to happen? Once you check something off of a list, you start to feel better. Once you realize that you've done something, that you've completed something, you start to gain confidence. You start to gain esteem in your ability. And that is fuel. That is fuel that we cannot pay for. You pay for it in effort, and that effort is so minute. That effort is so minute, and I know you might not be able to see that in this moment, but you've got to believe it, and you've got to have faith that whatever small action it is that you take is going to grow and snowball. Another thing that might be helpful is actually taking some time to rest. When we rest and pour into ourselves, we give ourselves the energy to move forward. Sometimes you have to take care of yourself first before you can get anything done. So whatever your self-care ritual is, whatever it is that fuels you, you've got to go out and do that. The other day, I had a meeting with my agency, and we were redoing Polaroids for my modeling book. And it was a long drive that I had to make into the city to get my pictures done. I was having a pretty busy day. Well, not really a busy day, but pretty much a busy week. And so I was not really excited to go downtown and excited to, have this quick meeting, this quick photo shoot. I was thinking of all the things I was thinking of all the obstacles that were going to come in my way. But when I found myself doing that, and when I found myself focusing on all the negatives that were coming up, all the things that were pushing me away from feeling excited about, getting to this day and doing what I had to do, I said, okay, what is it that's going to make me feel better about this day? What do I have to pour into myself? What do I have to do for myself that's actually going to make this task a lot easier? And so I planned a whole day, a whole little date with myself. I went downtown to one of my favorite restaurants, Mandy's, and got this like salad, this protein fresh salad. And then I went on a little walk and did some shopping, but really it was just window shopping. And I got a nice, beautiful coffee that was honestly made to perfection. Like that barista, I wanted to tell him like, you really steamed that milk to perfection. Like it was literally perfect. It was one of the best coffees I've ever had. And I'll just say that, okay? I've had a lot of coffees. It is okay to pour into yourself. It is completely okay to give yourself some self-care and do the things that you need to do so that you can show up fully, okay? I was thinking about this actually the other day, and I was like, if you see me somewhere, just know that I want to be there. If you see me anywhere in public, if you see me on this camera, on YouTube, on social media, if you see me anywhere, just know that I want to be there. I'm doing exactly what I want to do and what I feel is beneficial for myself and my life. I am at this place in my life where it's like, I'm a lot older now. I'm sort of technically in my mid-20s, but approaching my late 20s. And I'm realizing that your life is really yours to live. And no one is going to live it for you. That's one. No one is going to live it for you. And two, no one is going to create the life that you once wanted. No one is going to live that life for you. No one is going to create that life for you. Unfortunately, it's all on you. And that should not incite fear. I know it does for a lot of us. You can do exactly what it is you want and envision for your life. And so what I am doing from now on is being very intentional and very purposeful with everything I do, every job I take, every person I hang out with, every interaction I have. It's purposeful. I'm not doing things to appease people. I'm not doing things to appease what society wants from me. I'm doing what I genuinely feel is right for me. And that takes a lot of time to get to the point where you can actually trust yourself. It was really a struggle for me, especially in my younger years of like trying to figure out what was right for me. I just wanted someone to have a playbook and to spell it out for me. Please tell me what I need to do. Please tell me how I need to do it. I'll follow. I'll be the best follower. I'll be the best that I can be, but please tell me what I need to do and where I need to go. I'll do it really good. I promise you I will. And I had to wake up and realize that that is not how your 20s go. That is not how adulthood goes. You actually have to create the game plan. I've really leaned into my faith and prayer and like really finding comfort in my relationship with God for guidance. Now, that might not be what is useful for you. I'm not saying that that is what you should do, but what I am saying is that you've got to figure out what works for you and what allows you to actually trust yourself and the decisions that you are making for your life, even people in life. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but I am so short-tempered with people these days. I am like, I don't even know how to explain it, but I am just not having conversations that I feel are going back and forth and are not really mature. I have just been very much so in my people pleasing era where I would just do things because it would make other people happy. Okay, we're having this conversation and I find it very disturbing and you're making me extremely uncomfortable, but because you're enjoying it so much, I'll just endure it and I'll put a smile on my face and go along with it as if I'm enjoying the conversation. That's what I would do in the past to just please people. But now at the age that I am, I'm like, I'm actually not going to sit here and I don't have to sit here and have this uncomfortable conversation with you. And I don't have to be made to feel uncomfortable in this way. I actually have free will. Like I actually have the freedom to remove myself from situations. And it's just like the most freeing thing because it's like, wait, I don't have to do things to please people. I don't have to be a victim of life. It's been amazing awakening because it's like, no, No, you do not. You are actually an autonomous human being that is capable of making decisions, that is capable of being kind and direct and firm. That's a skill that takes time to develop. That's a skill that takes practice and that I am still working on. But you can actually be autonomous in the way that you lead your life. You can do the things that you feel called to do. You can do the things that sit right with you. Make two visions. The vision of the type of work that you want to do and the type of purpose you want to have in this life, but also write down the type of person you want to be, because I think it's important to not lose sight on, success and materialistic things that we can gain here on earth. I think they're important, and I think that they are a part of our life. We can't escape the need and the want for success and to be productive in this world, and to live within our full capacity. That's an important part of our life that we have to tend to. And so map out how you want your life to look like literally write down what you want your life to look like a year from now. I did this for myself and I found it so helpful. Journal it, write it down in jot form, but then also write down what type of person you want to be. What are those traits that you want to hold on to? Like I mentioned before, I tended in the past to please people. People pleasing was my greatest weakness. But at the same time, I still want to be kind. I still want to be compassionate. I still want to have a shoulder for anyone to cry on. And so these are traits that I still want to hold on to. But I also want to let go of the uncomfortableness that comes with people pleasing, the putting myself last and beneath people for their comfort, for putting myself in uncomfortable situations where I feel like I'm going against myself to make other people comfortable. I want to let go of that. And so when you have that written out and when you have a sort of vision of where you want to go, the type of person you want to be, you in real time, when you feel yourself doing what doesn't align with who and how you want to live, there's going to be a signal that goes off in your brain and you're going to be made aware of it. Right? Awareness is so important. We can't change anything that we're not aware of. And so that light bulb is going to go off and you're going to say, oh, I'm doing it. Oh, I'm putting on a smile when really I should be putting up a boundary. I'm going along with this when really I should be speaking my mind. A light bulb is going to go off, and in that moment, you can start to practice to be the person that you want to be. You can start to speak your mind. You can start to say how you really feel. You can let people know your boundary. Actually, I'm not having this conversation. I totally understand what you're saying right now, and I hear you. I don't agree, and I think that's completely fine. Let's step away from this conversation. Let's agree to disagree. It's all love, You have to start practicing that, and with time, you're going to have a rhythm, and you're going to create the person that you want to be without removing the beautiful parts of you that you want to keep, those amazing personality traits that people love about you, that you love about yourself. And so that's what I've been thinking about and working on. And really the whole moral of the story is like that small movement, that small word or phrase that you say to someone else that you didn't really want to say, that small action is going to lead to big change. It doesn't have to be a big action. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture. The small actions you take lead to big results. And I know you might not be able to fully see that, but trust me when I say it, things grow exponentially. You have to have faith and you have to trust in that principle because it's true. I know you're not going to believe me. Who am I? Who am I sitting here to tell you that? And that's why I encourage you to actually go out and live that and try it, because that's what's going to fuel you. That's what's going to fuel a beautiful life for you. So yeah, maybe come back to this video and comment below what you think, what you've done to do that, like what small action you're going to take. It's not only encouraging for me to read, but it's encouraging for everyone watching this video to read, to know that you're not alone. You are really not alone in this. There's other people working on the same thing that you are. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys in another video. Thank you so much for getting this far. I love you and I'm wishing you the absolute best. I'll see you guys next time in another video. Peace and love and bye for now. Mwah.